So as we come to see the term wavelet here, so with the help of wavelet as a tool here, basically we are carrying out the analysis in the applied signal processing here. Hence most of the time wavelets are referred by wavelet analysis. So as we see, the wavelet analysis helpful to all of us. It is basically from the field of applied mathematics. Now it is very interesting to know from where the wavelet analysis was introduced, what time it was introduced, what was the motive to have the wavelets included into the signal processing. So the thing is, when the study was going on in the field of seismology, the faculty in which the study of the signals that are coming from the earth's surface, what we call the seismology, was going on, and thereupon it was in need to provide time dimensions to such the signals, what we call seismic signals. So there it was necessary to have such a tool here. In those days, there it was the only popular tool from the mathematics and into the applied signal processing, that it was the Fourier tool, and Fourier tool lacked all these necessity features here. So that is why the wavelet tool, or the wavelet analysis in short you can say, was firstly introduced from the seismology field, and it was in order to have the time dimensions provided to the seismic signals that Fourier tools could not do. Looking at in brief towards the Fourier analysis, we can have the 2 points to remember. That the Fourier analysis is very much ideal if you are having the study of the stationary data. Stationary meaning that such type of data whose statistical properties are not changing over a change into the time. So for study of the stationary data, the Fourier analysis is very much ideal. There is no necessity to shift the Fourier analysis and to have acquaintation of the another advanced mathematical analysis tool. But the another point with respect to the Fourier analysis is that this Fourier tool is not well suited for the study of such data which does not hold the property of stationarity, what we sometimes also refer to as the transientness or transient events. So transientness is nothing but the non-stationarity, very opposite to the stationarity that just now we have seen, for which the Fourier analysis is ideal for. So for such events that cannot be statistically predicted from the data's past, in such a situation there it is the failure of Fourier analysis, and because of this there it is the origin of wavelets here. Now to look at the entire wavelet analysis as a research tool, this is very much organized research topics here. It has a strong background of the mathematics, hence we call it to be the organized research topic. Now looking at how much time span the researchers are spending working on to the wavelet analysis tools to have the different applications achieved into the signal processing. So approximately we can say that it has been less than 3 decades old. But the history before such the organized module of the wavelet analysis is that all these mathematics and the research module has come up from a constellation of all the related concepts. Those have been practiced, basically first of all developed and then the practice over the duration of nearly 2 centuries back into the past year. So this way the origins of wavelet we can summarize here. Now let us list out the various applications with which the wavelet analysis, the wavelet tool benefit to the society. So one by one we shall see the applications of the wavelets here. The first application is the very popular and very important in today's life, that it is computer imaging and the animation here. Most of the applications are from this particular domain. Next to that, we can also take the example that is of the investigation agencies. Those are conducting their investigation research to find solution to the criminal cases or certain another cases with the help of certain biometric techniques here. So we can say that the use of the Wavelet tool by the investigation agencies in order to have encoding of the database of fingerprints also made possible by wavelets here. Next to this, we can have a look at the biomedical field where the diagnosis of various diseases can be made possible by the medical faculties, the doctors, with the help of this wavelet tool here. For example, the diagnosis, the detection basically of the breast cancer we can see here, or looking at the heart abnormalities also. Both of these come to the same domain, that is biomedical. Imaging we can see here most possibly. Next to that, as far as the weather prediction is also there, the wavelet tools are helpful here. So we limit the list of applications. Those are very efficient nowadays because of the wavelet theory into the background here. Taking one example with the help of a block schematic here, it will be better to start in this first video for the origins of wavelets here. So let us have the example here. So in this example, as we can see, the signal, input signal that we can see which can be processed by the wavelet tool here is a two-dimensional signal here. So the two-dimensional signal can also be visualized as image here. So the very popular image from the domain of image processing, here it is the cameraman.tif. basically the image processing textbooks are mentioning here. Here it is onto the left hand side downwards here. Now with the help of the wavelet tool, here we are carrying out the decompositions. Here very next to the input, we are having the representation of first level decomposition, then the second level decomposition, and at last the third level decomposition here. So what exactly it is done with the help of the wavelet tool over these two-dimensional signals, whatever the information that we can visualize in this input image, so the details are taken into the first cell as far as we have the first level decomposition. So now here the small a will be with respect to whatever the information we have gathered from the input signal here, and whatever the variations we see into the vertical direction, into the horizontal direction, and into the diagonal direction, they are respectively stored into all such subcells for the same dimensions here. The visualization of them can be made from this particular diagram here. So into the first cell, I can say this is row number 1 and column number 1. We have a little bit visualization intent for the cameraman.tif, and whatever the horizontal changes that we see, it is just onto the right hand side, first row, second column. Then into the third row, into the second row and first column, we have the vertical changes that we see from the input image, and the diagonal changes are there into the second row, second column. So this way, if we carry out the repetition of operating the wavelet tool onto the part A here, we can again have the 4 cells that have been designated by the names AA, AH, AV, AD. Rest of these cells H, B, D will be the same here, and you can also visualize the second level decomposition by the help of the wavelet tool here. Now the repetition of the same, we can call it to be the third level decomposition by the help of wavelet analysis tool here. So here it will be again the decomposition to some more fine levels here. So here we have the designations of the subcells as AAA, AAB, AAH, AAD corresponding to the input signal, then vertical information, the horizontal change information and the diagonally changing information. So this way we can have the wavelet coefficients at the first level, at the second level, and at the third level, and so on up to the n levels we can go on. So having the operation of the input signal by the wavelet tool, we generate the wavelet coefficients, and carrying out certain mathematical procedure we can work on to these wavelet coefficients, process them, and finally whatever the outcome we have in terms of the wavelet coefficients, by having the inverse transformation or the reverse transformation, we get back to the original domain of the signal under operation here.